Ahmed, I've always been curious about the religious history of Tunisia. What was the dominant religion in Tunisia before Islam?
That's a fascinating topic, Sarah. Before the spread of Islam, Tunisia had a rich religious history. The dominant religion was primarily a combination of indigenous North African beliefs and Roman paganism.
Indigenous North African beliefs? Can you tell me more about that?
Certainly. Before the Roman Empire's arrival, North Africa was inhabited by various indigenous peoples with diverse religious practices. Many of these beliefs were animistic and revolved around nature spirits, ancestor worship, and totemism. There were also influences from the ancient Egyptian religion, especially in the western regions of Tunisia.
So, would it be correct to say that there was no single unified religion, but rather a multitude of local beliefs?
Yes, that's a fair assessment. The religious landscape was quite diverse, with different tribes and regions having their own unique practices. However, there were some common themes, such as reverence for nature and ancestors.
What about the influence of Roman paganism? How did that shape the religious landscape?
Roman paganism had a significant impact on the region, especially after the Roman conquest of Carthage in 146 BCE. The Romans introduced their gods and religious practices, and over time, these beliefs fused with the indigenous ones. Temples to Roman gods, like Jupiter and Juno, were built alongside local shrines.
That's interesting. So, there was a syncretism of beliefs happening in Tunisia during that time?
Absolutely. Syncretism was common. It's important to note that this process wasn't uniform across the region. Some areas embraced Roman paganism more than others, and in some cases, certain indigenous beliefs remained strong.
Did Christianity have any presence in pre-Islamic Tunisia?
Yes, Christianity began to spread in North Africa in the 2nd century CE. Early Christian communities, known as the African Church, emerged in places like Carthage. By the 3rd and 4th centuries, Christianity had gained significant followers, and there were several influential Christian theologians from this region, like Tertullian and Augustine.
That's fascinating. So, there was a period when both Roman paganism and Christianity coexisted in Tunisia?
Yes, there was a period of coexistence and competition between these two religious traditions. It's worth noting that the relationship was complex, with periods of tolerance and persecution depending on the ruling authorities.
What about Judaism? Did it have a presence in pre-Islamic Tunisia?
Yes, there was a Jewish presence in North Africa for centuries. Jewish communities, like the one in Carthage, existed alongside other religious groups. Some Jews even played prominent roles in trade and politics.
So, to sum up, before Islam, Tunisia had a diverse religious landscape that included indigenous beliefs, Roman paganism, Christianity, and Judaism, all coexisting and influencing each other.
Exactly, Sarah. Tunisia was a melting pot of religious beliefs and cultures, and this diversity is an essential part of its rich history.
Thank you, Ahmed, for shedding light on Tunisia's pre-Islamic religious history. It's truly fascinating how these various traditions intersected and evolved over time.
You're welcome, Sarah. It's always a pleasure to explore the historical and cultural tapestry of our world, especially when it comes to Tunisia and its unique past.